Ms.Carmina Reads Live. This is my channel, Ms.Carmina Reads. Everybody's welcome here. Young people, old people, medium-aged people, everyone's welcome. From anywhere in the world. Let's get started. Today I'm really excited because as we finished Trevor Noah's book yesterday, we are beginning this beautiful book. Well, you can't see the cover. I will show you. See, these are Martians. This is Ray Bradbury, the Martian Chronicles. Ray Bradbury is a very, for me, he's a legendary American author. And as you can see, my book is a very old book. This is the book that I would read when I was young. See, it has tape on the binding to make sure it stays in one piece. The pages are brown, and on the inside it's kind of yellow. Today we're gonna start, and I have my bookworm bookmark still with me. So today we're going to read the first chapter, which is very brief, I remember. At the beginning of the book, right here, it says, "It is good to renew one's wonder," said the philosopher. "Space travel has again made children of us all." I want to remind you all that this book was written, actually, when was this book written? Let's talk about that. It says, "For my wife Marguerite, with all my love." Ray Bradbury was from California, and his writing is, I think it classifies under Americana, the style, and of course it's science fiction. This says, "The characters and incidents in this book are entirely the product of the author's imagination and have no relation to any person, place, or event in real life. This edition contains the complete text of the original hardcover edition. Not one word has been omitted." It says age 14 and up. Doubleday edition published May 1950. That's the original publishing date, 1950. So keep that in mind as you listen to these stories and think about today. January 1999, Rocket Summer. That is the title of the chapter, or really the story. These are short stories compiled into one book, and the beautiful thing about this book is that you can either open it up and read any one of the stories, and on its own that's going to be a good story, or you can read them all in order, as we are going to do, and that will tell us a story in itself. All right, let's begin. January 1999, Rocket Summer. 1 minute, it was Ohio winter, with doors closed, windows locked, and panes blind with frost, icicles fringing every roof, children skiing on slopes, housewives lumbering like great black bears in their furs along the icy streets. And then a long wave of warmth crossed the small town. A flooding sea of hot air. It seemed as if someone had left a bakery door open. The heat pulsed among the cottages and bushes and children. The icicles dropped, chattering to melt. The doors flew open. The windows flew up. The children worked off their wool clothes. The housewives shed their bare disguises. The snow dissolved and showed last summer's ancient green lawns. Rocket Summer. The words passed among the people in the open air, in the open, airing houses. Rocket Summer. Hello, Eddie. Rocket Summer. The warm desert air changing the frost patterns on the windows, erasing the artwork. The skis and sleds suddenly useless. The snow falling from the cold sky upon the town turned into a hot rain before it touched the ground. Rocket summer. People leaned from their dripping porches and watched the reddening sky. The rocket lay on the launching field, blowing out pink clouds of fire and oven heat. The rocket stood in the cold winter morning, making summer with every breath of its mighty exhausts. The rocket made climates. The rocket lay for a brief moment upon the land. Oh, that is the story. I told you it was brief. That is it. Only 4 paragraphs. All right, Eddie and everybody else watching, I am going to end this live and I'm going to go live again to read. What do y'all think? Should I read the next story in this book, or should I read philosophy from the Epicureans? Can I have an answer? Can somebody tell me? Which book do you want me to read in the next live? In just right now, in 2 minutes? No answers? No answers? Nobody's gonna tell me? Which one do y'all want? I love Ray Bradbury. But I was thinking of reading it when I got home today. Which one? Which book? The orange one or the blue one? This is science fiction. This is philosophy. This is Ray Bradbury. This is text from the Epicureans, from Epicurus. Hi, Milan Romero. Welcome. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna end this live and I'm going to come back in just a few minutes. The orange? Eddie, no, I had decided for the blue. I'm gonna come back in just a few minutes and I'm going to continue reading from this book. I'm gonna read the next chapter, all right? Hang tight, I'll be right back. Or join my next live. Mwah. Love you all.